Hey, what's up, guys? I'm gonna show you how to make your own. Oh crap! What is that? Oh, I'm gonna show you how to make your own custom brushes in Photoshop. So right now, go to File, just make a new document, and then what you want to have your widths and heights of is like 5 inches, 5 by 5 with 300 DPI resolution, and just hit OK. And now when you make your new brush, you want to make sure it's on a new layer. So then make a new layer, and just have a black color. And use just a normal round standard brush, and I'm gonna make like an organic texture brush right now. So what I'm doing is just making just some random scribbles or wherever you want. The thing to remember with brushes is that the white will be see-through and the black will be actually what shows up. So your brush will only be this, like it won't paint any of the white once you make the brush. It'll just be all the grays and black. Just make it as random as you can. It don't matter what it looks like. It don't have to be anything perfect. Alright, so once you have a brush you're satisfied with, what you want to go to is go up to Edit and go all the way down to Define Brush Preset. And just hit that. And it'll ask you to name your brushes something. You can name anything you want. Don't really matter. Hit OK. And now once you go to all your brushes, it should be down at the very bottom. So now you have this. The thing you'll see right now is that when you do the brush stroke, it's very repetitive. It's just repeating one after another, and it doesn't look very good. So what I'm going to do is change that so it's more random, and it just gives you more variety. So what now I want to do is go up to Window and go down to Brush. Once you're in this brush panel, go to Brush Tip Shape and set it to something where it's not too far apart. Or you can if you want to, but not too far apart, not too close. If you have it real close, it's going to create like a nice fine brush stroke. But for what I want, it's going to be around, I think, at 40 something percent. Like, yeah, 41%, don't really matter. Somewhere in the 40s. And the next thing I want to do is go down to Shape Dynamics. And I want to mess around with the angle jitter. I want to have that turned all the way up to 100%. So now what you can see what it does now is it's random each time it does the little thing. It just gives you a lot more variety than it was before at 0%, where it's just one right after another. So have that at 100%, and once you have all that, you go down to your Make a New Brush, this little icon, hit that, you just name it as something else if you want to, and hit OK. And it should be at the very bottom, right next to your old brush you just made. So now you should have a nice brush. You can create a nice background, textures, anything you want. It's just a really nice way to put down a lot of texture and detail in a really short amount of time. Instead of having to spend the time just getting there with like draw each one of those little curvy things and whatnot. You can go to like overlay layer and you can do some cool stuff there. This is really the key to speed painting, is making your own brushes and trying to cut down as much time as you can. So yeah, I'm going to show you how to make another brush, and let's get rid of these. Make a new layer. And what I'm going to do is choose a square marquee tool, and I'm just going to, you can follow along if you want, I'm just going to do something like this. Once I make that selection, I'll hold shift and just add on to that. Start making something that looks mechanical and less organic. Once I have that selection, I'm going to go to fill paint bucket and just fill black. And then again, go to edit, going to define brush preset, and name it something. Then hit OK. And now it should be down at the very bottom. You should have something that does that. But what I want to do now is go to brush tip shape while this brush is selected and turn up the spacing to about maybe like right at 100%, so it's one right after another. Yeah, that looks about good. So things you can do with this is like maybe like buildings off in the background, just real quick lay down stuff instead of have to get in there and draw each thing. But that's all I'm going to mess around with over here. So you can just make a new brush, go down here, hit OK. And now it should be down to your brush, in your brush panel. So now you can do some cool stuff like this. What I'm doing right now is to get that variance and size. I'm just using the pressure sensitivity of my pen just to press harder and let up a little bit. And I'm holding shift to get a straight line when I'm drawing. Yeah, that's pretty much it for now. I might do more tutorials later on how to do more stuff, so subscribe and keep in touch. Thanks.